after they work so hard to get into this field that they would be displaced and outsourced and in the future. And I say that from personal experience, having my father been a computer programmer for a financial services company here in Hartford that was displaced by a company very similar to Infosys, and having to come home and not only to explain to his family that he had been laid off, but then the indignity that he then had to train that individual in India to take his job if he were to keep that severance pay. And we have stories of this company in particular of abusing that system. They have one of the highest settlement ever with the Justice Department for visa issues for that very practice. And they did the same thing in New York, and they have paid a $1 million fine just last year for doing that. And then they have displaced individuals at Eversource, and I think that was a national news story by doing that. And when I go door to door and talk to constituents and I knock on their door, and grown men crying at their doorstep because they were laid off and displaced and outsourced, companies like Infosys, Tata, TSC, other ones, for companies right here in the financial services industry here in Connecticut, and then for us to give taxpayer money to that company, perhaps the taxpayer money from those individuals that were displaced and are paying taxes on their unemployment. I mean, that doesn't seem right to me, and just morally, I don't agree with doing that. Now, I understand that this is a high-tech field and we're trying to attract jobs to for those individuals, but it sends a message to those people in Connecticut that were laid off and that they might not have full-time employment now. Now they might be IT consultants working 3 or 4 jobs, trying to make ends meet, trying to put their family back together, and we're then giving taxpayer money to the tune of $14 million in this request to those individuals to come here. I can't support that here today, along with the fact that we're giving a $5 million loan to a company or not even a loan, a grant in Greenwich that generates billions of dollars and is owned by what was the 3rd richest man in Connecticut, a billionaire who has then since moved to Florida and began paying taxes there.
Join our fight today and take back Connecticut.